When danger approaches from the sky, every second matters. The Patriot missile defense system is built to detect and respond to air.
This is the Patriot missile defense system, one of the world's most advanced air and missile defense systems.
Most advanced air defense technologies. While global media attention frequently gravitates towards the American-made Patriot system, a sophisticated European counterpart has quietly assumed a critical role in protecting Ukrainian airspace. This system is the SAMP-T, also known as Mamba. For observers in Rome and across Italy, the deployment of this platform is not merely a matter of foreign aid. It represents a definitive stress test for Italian military engineering and a pivotal moment for European strategic autonomy. The performance of the SAMP-T in Ukraine offers a complex case study that balances technical excellence with the harsh realities of industrial capacity and high-intensity warfare. To understand the weight of this deployment, one must look beyond the political rhetoric and examine the technical architecture that defines the Mamba. Unlike legacy sea systems that were often designed with a primary focus on aerodynamic targets like aircraft, the SAMP-T was engineered from the outset to counter a diverse array of threats, including tactical ballistic missiles. At the core of this capability lies the Arabel radar, and in newer iterations, the Leonardo Kronos Grand Mobile High Power. This radar technology provides a distinct advantage that resonates with Italian defense doctrine, which prioritizes flexibility. While older variants of competitor systems were restricted to a 120-degree sector view, requiring multiple batteries to cover a full perimeter, the radar units of the SAMP-T utilize electronic scanning to provide 360-degree coverage. This allows a single battery to track and engage threats approaching from any azimuth, a crucial feature in the chaotic environment of Ukraine, where Russian missile trajectories are increasingly unpredictable. The kinetic component of this system, the Aster 30 missile, employs a guidance method that sets it apart from standard interceptors. This technology is often referred to as PIF-PAF, combining aerodynamic control with direct thrust vectoring. As the missile approaches its target, lateral thrusters near the center of gravity fire to adjust its trajectory instantaneously. This capability allows the Aster 30 to perform high-G maneuvers that aerodynamic fins alone could not achieve, enabling it to achieve a direct body-to-body impact, or hit-to-kill, against incoming ballistic missiles. For the Italian defense industry, the validation of this technology against hypersonic-capable threats like the Kinzhal or the Iskander-M is a vindication of decades of investment in independent European missile technology. However, the transition from proving ground to battlefield reveals a nuance that pure technical specifications often obscure. The operational reality in Ukraine is characterized by saturation attacks, where cheap Iranian-designed Shahed drones are used to exhaust the magazines of sophisticated air defense systems before the arrival of cruise or ballistic missiles. Here lies the critical economic and tactical dilemma. An Aster 30 missile costs roughly €2 million. Expending such a scarce and expensive asset against a drone costing a fraction of that amount is a strategic defeat in the long run. Consequently, reports from the field indicate that Ukrainian operators, likely advised by Italian and French specialists, have integrated the Mamba into a layered defense network. In this architecture, the advanced radar of the SAMP-T acts as a sensor node, detecting low-priority threats and passing that data to cheaper, short-range kinetic solutions like the Gepard anti-aircraft gun, while reserving the Aster 30 interceptors for high-value ballistic threats that no other system can stop. This deployment has also illuminated the stark limitations of current European industrial capacity. By late 2025 and entering 2026, the transfer of a second SAMP-T battery to Ukraine highlighted a severe inventory constraint. The Italian army possesses a very limited number of these batteries, meaning that every unit sent to the Eastern Front creates a tangible gap in Italy's own national air defense coverage. This decision has sparked legitimate debate regarding the balance between alliance obligations and national security. Unlike the United States, which maintains a vast stockpile of Patriot batteries, Italy and France operate on a much leaner margin. The rate of fire in Ukraine vastly outstrips the production rate of the Eurosam consortium. Although MBDA has accelerated production schedules, aiming to output 40 missiles per month by 2026, this industrial ramp-up lags behind the immediate consumption rate of high-intensity conflict. This disparity serves as a wake-up call for Rome, emphasizing that technological superiority is moot without the industrial depth to sustain it. Furthermore, the performance of the SAMP-T carries significant geopolitical implications for Italy within the NATO framework. Germany has recently pushed for the European Sky Shield Initiative, a project that relies heavily on off-the-shelf acquisitions of American and Israeli systems. By prioritizing the deployment of the SAMP-T, Rome is effectively making a counter-argument through action. The success of the Mamba demonstrates that European industry can produce a top-tier defensive shield without relying on non-European suppliers. This reinforces the Italian strategic position that defense sovereignty requires indigenous technology. The ability of the SAMP-T to integrate seamlessly with NATO architecture while remaining a purely European product strengthens Italy's voice in future discussions regarding the continent's air defense strategy. From a future-proofing perspective, the data harvested from engagements in Ukraine is invaluable. The combat logs detailing how the Aster 30 interacts with Russian electronic warfare and decoy tactics are being fed directly back to engineering teams at Leonardo and Thales. This feedback loop is accelerating the development of the SAMP-TNG, or new generation. This upgraded variant is expected to feature even more powerful radar, capable of detecting hypersonic glide vehicles at greater ranges. For the Italian taxpayer, this provides a tangible return on investment. The aid provided to Ukraine is simultaneously functioning as a high-stakes research and development program that will directly enhance the capability of the Italian armed forces in the coming decade. The narrative of the SAMP-T in Ukraine is therefore not one of flawless invincibility, but rather one of specialized competence under pressure. It functions as a silent guardian, often deployed around critical infrastructure or decision-making centers where failure is not an option. While it lacks the sheer ubiquity of the Patriot system, its hit ratio and mobility have earned the respect of military planners. The truck-mounted launchers, typically on 8x8 Astra or Renault chassis, offer superior tactical mobility compared to the trailer-mounted components of many competitors, allowing the battery to shoot and scoot rapidly to avoid counter-battery fire. In the final analysis, the story of the Italian-supplied air defense system is a microcosm of modern European defense. It showcases world-class technological innovation capable of defeating the most advanced Russian threats, yet it is constrained by brittle supply chains and limited stockpile depth. For Italy, the SAMP-T has proven to be a credible diplomatic and military asset, projecting power and political will far beyond the Mediterranean. It serves as proof that Italy acts not merely as a consumer of security within the Atlantic Alliance, but as a capable producer of security. As the conflict grinds on, the lessons learned by the Mamba operators will likely dictate the future shape of Italian air defense procurement, shifting the focus from minimal peacetime efficiency to robust, scalable wartime readiness. The system has passed the test of combat, but the industrial machine supporting it faces a challenge that is only just beginning.